Welcome back to another Champion Deep Dive, and today we're talking about Stryfe. He's a psionic blasting, evasion denying, reflective damage refusing damage powerhouse. He blocks unblockables and has an invisibility cloak that says, "Did you miss me?" Let's get into it. Now, Stryfe has psionic blast. These occur on medium, heavy, and special 2 attacks. They deal energy damage and cannot be evaded. Also, they reduce the potency of incoming passive direct damage by 100%. So, if you're going up against Electro, for example, those hits won't return damage. Stryfe also has Telepathic Charges, where for each charge, all attacks gain attack rating per charge, maxing out at 20 charges. Now, there's a few ways to gain these charges. 1. Landing a heavy attack gives you a 55% chance to gain 1 charge. This chance is increased by a flat 15% for each full bar of power you have, giving you a 100% chance at 3 bars. You also gain 1 charge when struck by a critical hit, and gaining 1 each time Stryfe or his opponent misses. At 5 or more telepathic charges, if Stryfe is struck, he'll consume 5 charges to cause the attack to glance, which negates critical hits and deals 50% reduced damage. Additionally, the opponent suffers negative 100% offensive ability accuracy, which will stop on-hit abilities like bleed or poison, for example. Now, if the opponent is unstoppable and Stryfe attacks into their block, he'll consume 2 telepathic charges to remove the effect and inflict a passive stun for 1.2 seconds. Keep in mind, this has a cooldown of 8 seconds, so try not to do these back to back if you can help it. Now, telepathic charges are unaffected by ability accuracy reduction and cannot be gained while suffering power lock, power burn, or power drain. On the 4th light attack, Stryfe will consume 1 telepathic charge to inflict a passive concussion for 12 seconds, reducing the opponent's ability accuracy by 20%. Additionally, while the opponent is suffering from a concussion debuff, Stryfe can block unblockable attacks. His heavy attacks deal a burst of energy damage. If invisible, the potency of that damage is increased by 500%, while gaining an additional 3 telepathic charges. I know what you're thinking. How do you become invisible anyway? Well, that's coming up next in the special attacks. With the special 1, the second hit of this attack inflicts a non-stacking passive shock, dealing energy damage over 8 seconds. This shock is removed and reapplied on each psionic blast. This is great for taking advantage of fury buffs and attack bumps applied after the opponent is inflicted with the shock. After this attack ends, Stryfe activates a telepathic cloak to go invisible for 3 seconds, giving the opponent a 100% chance to miss. And don't forget, when they miss, you gain telepathic charges. One thing to keep in mind is this ability is going to fail if you go up against an opponent tagged with psychic shielding, so keep an eye out. Now, if Stryfe lands an attack, blocks an attack, or the opponent activates a special attack, his position is revealed and invisibility is removed. On the special 2, the first hit and final 2 hits of this attack are Psionic Blast, each dealing a burst of energy damage. This gives 80% potency if launched while the opponent is shocked. Also, Psionic Blasts gain additional attack rating per telepathic charge, so keep those charges high and the shocks applied for big damage numbers. Pro tip: leaving the shock to tick for a little bit allows you to do some nice damage before reapplying the shock, so try not to go in and attack too soon and enjoy the benefit. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. With the special 3, Stryfe gains 5 persistent telepathic charges, which last for the rest of the quest and they're capped at 100. Also, consume all current telepathic charges, each becoming 1 additional persistent telepathic charge, meaning you can get a max of 25 persistent charges per special 3. These persistent telepathic charges cannot be consumed to trigger abilities, but still grant the attack rating bonuses, which means all of your basics and specials are juiced up. Also, if the opponent is shocked during this attack, Stryfe inflicts a passive concussion for 30 seconds, reducing the opponent's ability accuracy by 30%. This gives you an extended safety net when going up against unblockable opponents. Now, let's check out the signature ability. Stryfe gains substantial psionic power, and when gaining telepathic charges from any other source than the signature ability, Stryfe has a chance to gain one additional charge based on signature level. Now, if the opponent glances a basic attack, Stryfe gains a chance to activate his special 1 invisibility for 3 seconds. Also, winning a fight converts up to 70% of telepathic charges into persistent telepathic charges, which builds you up to max charges faster without having to solely rely on the special 3. Now, let's take Stryfe for a spin in the champion rotation. As a base rule, the first thing you want to do is work into your special 1 to gain the invisibility. From there, let the opponent attack into your invisibility to gain charges on each missed hit. Before the invisibility ends, make sure that you drop a heavy attack to get those 3 additional charges. From there, if you happen to be in a shorter fight, build up to the special 2 while maintaining the passive shock with psionic blast to receive the maximum potency on the energy damage of the attack. Repeat this if necessary. But if you're in a longer fight, build up your charges with an additional special 1, then build up to the special 3 and lock them in. Especially in content with higher health pools like Abyss or Labyrinth for example, you have enough runway to ramp up Stryfe in one match, giving him full potential for all fights afterwards. Also, once you ramp up the charges, you can't lose him. That's pretty nice. Now, let's see where Stryfe really shines. As we mentioned earlier, Stryfe is perfect for those long-form quests like Abyss, Labyrinth, or Realm of Legends, with his persistent telepathic charges giving him quite the attack bump. But that doesn't mean you can't use him for those lower health pool quests, because each fight he knocks out, he's getting stronger. He really excels going up against reflective damage champions or nodes like Psychic Thorns or Thorns. He's great for evade champions. Crafty summoners will take advantage of longer stuns to front load their light attacks, to allow for both medium attacks to strike the evade champions at the end of the combo, giving you access to a 5-hit combo that they can't evade. As long as you've got those concussions in place, unblockable special attacks or special attack bias nodes are no match for Stryfe. Now, let's check out some notable synergies. Miss Me? With Ebony Maw on the team, once per fight after being struck by a basic attack, the opponent is inflicted with a passive falter for 3 seconds, giving them a 100% chance to miss, giving Stryfe the ability to gain more telepathic charges when the opponent misses. Ebony Maw, however, while the opponent is suffering from Black Tongue, they're inflicted with a 3-second falter debuff every 13 seconds. Additionally, while the opponent is faltered, he gains 40% attack rating. This allows Ebony Maw to falter beyond the persuasion phase to continue more chances to degen the opponent, as well as giving you some clutch openings to use that power-draining heavy attack. Bull targets with the Hood, Guillotine, or Thor on the team, Stryfe starts the fight with invisibility active, giving you the chance to get easy charges with a heavy attack and get a head start on maxing them out. With the Hood, he gains 50% attack rating while invisible. Guillotine souls last 30% longer and are paused during either champion's special attacks. And Thor gains 3 Fury buffs, each granting 10% attack for 6 seconds when activating a special attack. Cloned at birth, with Cable on the team, Stryfe starts the fight with 5 telepathic charges, giving you a great head start to max out at 20 charges. While Cable's special attacks grant 50% less power in the opponent while suffering from a degeneration effect. So get those heavy attacks ready, because now you can be even more aggressive. Big Bad Dad with Apocalypse on the team allows Stryfe to pause all shock effects on the opponent for 4 seconds on the final hit of the special 2, allowing you to take even more advantage of the increased energy damage before reapplying the shock. Now, with Apocalypse, activating a special attack 1 or 2 increases the potency of personal burst damage by an additional 25%. And you can stack this up to 300% max. That's exciting. Now, let's see what masteries work best with Stryfe. Now, when going up against high health pool opponents, the Assassin Mastery will give you a 60% bump on your attack rating on opponents reaching 18% health or lower, helping you finish them off that much faster with your already boosted attack from Telepathic Charges. Now, if you want to take advantage of those longer parry stunts to take on those evaders, make sure your perfect block is maxed out, as well as max parry and stupefy. If you've got some theory crafts of your own for masteries or content, go ahead and put that down in the comments below. Thank you for watching this deep dive for Stryfe. Are you ready? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, because all of that is absolutely fantastic. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch you on the flip. Oh, Potamus.